Here are 5 reasons why now is the best time to get lean. Now being August 27th, 2025 to January 1st, 2026. The first is summer is now over, okay? I'm sorry, September's coming, school season's coming, you may not be going to school, but for everyone, this is basically a halfway New Year's or a 9-month New Year's. And so what does that mean? Your motivation is going to be through the roof because everyone loves these transition periods. I know I do. It's basically you get to reflect on what you did and then you get to realize what you fucked up all over the year. And now you can really tackle your goals again. It's basically like saying, I'm going to start on Monday, but you have like 3 or 4 months before that. So if you're on this journey with me on my get lean as possible by New Year's, then this is a perfect time. So summer is over. Did you get the physique that you want? Probably not because you're watching this video, and that's totally fine. You didn't get the summer shred body that you've been meaning to get for the last 25 years or however long it's been taking you. And so now is a great time to do it. And it's more counterintuitive. People say winter bulk, fall bulk, whatever. You do not have to do this. You can get as lean as possible right now. And by January 1st, you can actually focus on something completely different that's not body related, not health related, like all of us do. Ask 90% of people who have New Year's resolutions, it's probably lose some weight, lose some fat, look good, okay? And then somewhere in between there by, April, you're like, how the fuck do I get shredded for summer? You won't even have to worry about that. If you start now and you work until January and then, reverse diet your way into this next summer, you're gonna be in fucking peak physique and it's gonna be just the best feeling ever. So that's number 1. Number 2 is there's not a lot of holidays going on. September, people are going back to school, people are doing their own things. The only real holidays you have if you're in America or Canada or maybe Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, honestly, is when you get older, it doesn't really have to be a thing that you need to do. And I recommend not doing it, especially if you just go and binge and fuck up all your progress. So no holidays makes it a lot easier. Weekends and holidays are the biggest regressors of your progress. And so if you can stay away from holidays, binge drinking opportunities, eating with friends, then you have a higher opportunity of sticking to your goals, not overeating, not over binging, and actually getting lean consistently the right way. And so the third thing is it's a great time to say no. No one really expects anything out of you in fall. I feel like fall is this period where, people are starting to shut in. They're starting to become hermits. I know I am. I was a hermit all summer actually, but this fall, and fall for most people, is a time where you can say no. And no is gonna be the biggest indicator of whether you're gonna hit your goals or not. And so if you can learn to say no now when there's no real opportunities to, there's less opportunities. People are not going out to drink as much. If you're going to uni, I understand why it's hard because, September, October, shit's not that hard. Midterms aren't coming up. People are going to drink. They're trying to meet people and do things like that. But if you're serious about your goals, then it's going to be an easy opportunity to say no, to just shut in, get fucking locked in, and actually stick to the plan. Stick to tracking your calories. Stick to exercising 4 days a week. And by exercise, I mean resistance training and hitting the gym. Stick to a good sleep pattern. And that's another reason. The 4th reason is sleep. Your sleep is going to be way better at this point. I know summertime, the sun's up until like midnight or whatever, and you're like, how can I sleep when it's still bright outside? Now it's going to be like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So you're going to have time to wind down, time to sleep, and you're going to have a bigger window to have a better night's sleep. And sleep is so critical on this journey of, getting lean, is because that's where your body's recovering. That's where your body makes the changes it needs to, especially after weight training, especially when digesting your food and optimizing your energy to maintain the momentum that you've been building. So if you can optimize your sleep during this time, that's even better. You can have a sick sleep schedule, 9 to 5, hit the gym in the morning, meal prep all your meals nice and early. And that makes this whole thing so much easier. The 5th one I kind of touched on number 1 is that you get to do something new, okay? So by New Year's this year, instead of focusing on, having a beach bod, being beautiful and all these great things that you've promised yourself to last however many years, is that you get to do something completely new when the time comes. Because once you get lean and once you've maintained it and have worked your way back up to normal maintenance calories, slowly, I might add, and we'll get to reverse dieting when we all get to that point if you follow this journey. But you are gonna get to do something different. I'm gonna get to play way more guitar. I am going to get to focus on things like building a business or whatever goal you might have. Maybe you want to try something new. Maybe you want to try karate. Maybe you want to get into triathlon. Maybe you want to do something completely different. And then you can actually take the time, lock in for that, and actually see results. Because at the end of the day, this doing 20 things at the same time is not solving any of your issues. You are not getting anything done. But when you lock in, especially from September to January, this 4-month period that we have, which is the perfect time to do anything, it's like 16, 17 weeks, then you can actually get shit done. So by saying no to, Thanksgiving, the one holiday we're gonna have in the next 4 months, by having a really good sleep schedule, eating on point, counting all your calories 7 days a week, all the time, and by hitting your workouts, you are going to get lean and you're going to be able to move on with your life after this, instead of having to promise yourself every single year that something's going to change, but you never end up doing it. And you know what? Here's a bonus one. You're going to look fucking amazing when it comes like holiday party season, or when you're going to Christmas parties and things like that. But at the same time, if you've listened to my other videos, I said, hold off on all that stuff this year. You don't need to do this every year. You don't need to go and get drunk with your old college friends, for the 2 weeks leading up to Christmas and New Year's. You can not do that. You're gonna look amazing. People are gonna be like, wow, this guy's changed, this girl's changed, whatever. And they're gonna be like, I wonder what they're doing. And then they're gonna maybe ask for your help or ask for your opinion on things. And you're just gonna seem like a totally different person. And that's something that you should strive to do. And isn't that kind of the goal of all resolutions, is to become someone different, become the person that you really wanna be? And so that's kind of where I wanna end it off. Just stick to the plan. Keep it as simple as possible. Now is the perfect time to do it. If you had the body already, you wouldn't be worried. You wouldn't be watching this video, but you don't. So for the next 4 months, lock in, get lean, no shortcuts, no excuses. Always remember to rep the set, and good luck out there.